Hey guys, welcome to the Elevate Your Soul podcast. I want to talk to you guys today about evolution and evolving and going on this spiritual journey and elevating your soul isn't always easy, go with the flow, everything's going great kind of movement. Because people around you are going to get jealous. If people don't expand and grow with you, they're going to want to pull you down back at the level that they are in, or back at the level you were in when you first met them. Some people in your life won't be able to stand the sight of you growing and evolving and changing and becoming unapologetically you. That is going to rub some people in your life the wrong way. And whether they're people you've known for a while or people you've just met, you're probably going to end up triggering people along your path and in your life and on your spiritual journey. But today's episode, I want to talk about the people who've been in your life for a while, people who you consider your friends, your close friends, your loved ones, people you care about, people who care about you and love you. They're not always going to grow with you, and they're not always going to like the sight of seeing you evolve and expand and reach higher to your fuller potential and reach the next level. Some people are not going to like it, and they're going to want to pull you down, and you need to become so aware and so conscious of this, so mindful of this, that you either need to have a talk with them and tell them that you're feeling this, or you need to distance yourself a little bit from them. Because the people you spend the most time with, you're going to become the most alike with them, because everything is energy. And if you're trying to move your energy and shift your energy into a positive, lighter, higher space, and you're still hanging around people with a low vibration, they're going to affect your energy and pull you back down, even if it's at a super subconscious level that you can't even recognize, that you can't even realize. But if you were to imagine that we're all covered in ink, and some of us are covered in black ink, and some of us are covered in white ink, and some of us are all different shades of gray. And if you are someone who's covered in white ink, and you're surrounded by someone for a long time who has black ink all over them, your ink won't be white anymore. It'll be gray. And the more people and things you rub against and spend time with and bump up against who are covered in black ink, eventually you're going to be covered in black ink too. Or you're going to have spots and areas on your body that'll be full of black ink that you need to get rid of. And getting rid of that requires you to put some energy into it and change that black into a dark gray, and change that dark gray into a medium tone gray, and change that into a lighter gray, and until eventually it becomes white. But you can't do that with a snap of a finger. You need to fully be mindful and aware of who you're hanging out with, and who your friends are, and who you're putting energy towards, and who you're putting your love and care towards. Are these people wanting what's best for you? Do these people have compassion for you? Do these people have compersion for you? Are they happy for your happiness? Do they genuinely want you to grow and evolve and become the best version of yourself possible? Are they wanting to join you for this journey? Obviously on their own journey, but are they also wanting to expand and grow? Are they open to your thoughts and your ideas on life? Are they open to the spiritual community? Are they open to you? Are they open to all of you? Or are they only open to parts of you and sides of you that you bring out when you're with them, and other parts of you hide from them because you know deep down they're not accepting of these parts of you? There's so much information out there on the internet, and you hear it every day. Watch what you put in your mouth, eat healthy, exercise right, put healthy products on your skin, don't poison yourself. What about the people you hang out with? What about the people who toxify your aura and your energy and your environment? Because it's just as important to eat green salads and smoothies and nourishing food as it is to hang out with nourishing people. And the way life works is you attract people who are on a similar level and have a similar vibration to you. So say you made a friend when you were 12. You might not still be on the same wavelength as them today or 20 years later. And that is totally fine. That friendship is not a failure if it falls apart. You are just both evolving in different directions. And if you made a friend 1 year ago, for example, you still might not click with them the same now as you did initially. And there are some friends who you don't vibe with as brilliantly from the beginning, and you might end up really getting to like them in the future, because people change and people evolve and people grow. And that's completely normal and completely natural. And if you were once buddy-buddy with someone who you used to complain together or have the same issues and problems, and one of you gets out of that rut and chooses to change and be optimistic and reach their full potential, then that other friend has two choices: to be inspired by your actions and movements and to grow with you, or to potentially get jealous or resent you for it and for the change you're doing because they don't think that they are capable of growing and evolving and changing themselves. So really, this has more to do with the other person who doesn't see themselves as capable or possibly worthy of expansion and getting the life that they really want. This is more about them than it is about you, or than it is about the person who's actually changing. And you can't change the way that another person is going to perceive you or perceive your growth. And that's not your job. And that's really none of your business. You just got to keep doing you, and they can keep doing them. Stay focused and stay in your own lane. You are the own driver of your own life. Don't try to jump out of your car and jump into someone else's window and change their steering wheel for them, because you can't. You can inspire someone and you can possibly show them the direction you're going in, but it's up to them to choose to change their steering wheel and go in that same direction or not. That's not your job. That's theirs. And it does have a lot to do with their own self-esteem and their own thoughts that they have about themselves. You know, are they someone who thinks that life just happens to them, or are they someone who feels that they are the driver of their own life? And do they feel that they have the capability and the potential to change the direction of their steering wheel? Or do they just sit back and let life happen to them? Our beliefs about ourselves and life change who we are. They are the foundation of how we choose to live our lives, how we behave, how we feel, the emotions we feel. Core beliefs are everything. And if you choose that you're in the driver's seat and you decide which direction you want to go in rather than life happens to you and you're going to take the back seat, your life is going to pan out completely different. And that is the definition of a miracle. The definition of a miracle is a change in perception, the realization that you create your own reality. And once you realize this and other people don't want to shift their mindset, then there will be some separation. But that doesn't mean you need to hate on them. That doesn't mean you need to tie a collar and a leash around them and drag them with you. It doesn't mean you can't still love them and care about them and send them good energy. I'm just letting you guys know that this is completely normal and natural, and it can hurt because I myself have grieved a lot from the girlfriends I've broken up with, and these were just friends, best friends, childhood friends, and we just kind of grew in different directions, and it was really painful. And I had the same with my ex-partner, my first love. I didn't want a relationship with him anymore, and he didn't want to continue anything with me anymore. So that also broke off, and I still loved him. It was just, we just went in different directions, and that can happen. But you don't have to see it as a negative thing. And I did at the time. And now I'm learning that it's completely normal. And all it is when one door closes, another door is going to open. And you just need to keep optimistic and keep positive about it. For all the people who are exiting your life or you're breaking up with, quote unquote breaking up with, not wanting to spend time with anymore, aren't seeing eye to eye with anymore, that is your opportunity to spend all that time and energy that you put on them onto someone else who values you more, someone else who's in a better alignment with you, somebody else who understands you better, somebody else who's better suited for you. So you should be grateful for the people who exit your life, because then you know that there's so much more room and energy that they were taking up in your life that it's now open for someone else or something else. And that can grow and that can flourish into something beautiful. And that might also only be a short-term thing with somebody new. And you might also, go in different directions. You might just be crossing paths, and that's totally fine. And that's totally normal. And it's okay to feel sad when these friendships and these relationships come to an end. But constantly feeling sad about them and prolonging the grief of them and suffering, that's a choice. So I hope you can take in what I'm saying. And if you've gone through this before or are going through something like this, I want you to know that you don't have to feel sad. It's not a bad thing. It happens to everyone. And please just keep positive and know that there are other relationships, there are other souls, there are other things, there are other people out there that you can connect with that are dying to find someone exactly like you to be with and to spend time with. And if you're wondering right now, how do I find these people? Well, maybe go in the direction that you want to go in, stay in your own lane, continuing being the driver to your own life, and eventually you'll look around from side to side or ahead of you or in your rearview mirror, and you'll see other people driving in the same direction as you. So you don't need to jump on Tinder and Bumble and all these websites and go out to the bar every single night into town and always be outside your house to quickly find someone new. It's like, no, be content and be happy with your own company and do your own thing. And these people are going to show up. Go exploring, go travel, go drive somewhere you've never been, go fly somewhere you've never explored, go to a new restaurant you've never been to. Just do you, and you will attract these people who are in alignment with your new energy into your life. But you have to be patient. And that's something I've also needed to work on. I am so desperately wanting to find my woman tribe, my girl circle. And I've been waiting for so long. But I've kind of come to a point where I'm letting go of feeling that need to find that and just accepting where I am right now and knowing that these women, when they're ready and when I'm ready, they're going to come into my life and we're going to find each other and it's going to be amazing. So I have nothing to be sad about now. I know it's going to happen. I know that everything happens for a reason. Right now might just not be the time. And that's totally fine. And I'm choosing to be optimistic about it. And I'm choosing not to be sad about it anymore. I used to be. But everything's a choice. Anyway, I hope you guys could take something from this episode. If you resonate with it or you're understanding it and you're grateful that you heard it and that I gave you some useful advice that you're happy about, please, please, please contact me and send me a message and let me know. You can find me on Instagram at arel.hug.love or just message me on Facebook at arelhug. I would love to hear from you guys. Your guys' feedback is so important to me and really lightens my soul and elevates my soul. So thank you so much for listening. If you're listening to this now, I thank you. I personally want to thank you for listening to my podcast. It means so much to me. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day, an amazing week ahead of you. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.